What's up everyone, I'm Steve and I show you how to take the BS out of personal finance. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 7 smartest things I did to build wealth using my 9-to-5 job. You ready? Let's go. First, I want to give a shout out. A shout out to my newsletter. If you are not signed up, link in description below. Twice a week, you will get an email with these badass financial tips sent straight to your inbox. Unsubscribe anytime you're no longer interested. So check it out in the description below. I will be glad to have you on my email list. All right, let's go. First, a little background. I spent 14 years in the IT industry before retiring early. I'm not super rich. I was just good with money, and I only worked in 9-to-5 jobs. I did not sell a business. I did not win the lottery. I did not have an inheritance. I used basic money principles, working a job, probably just like you're working right now. And these are the 7 things I did to set myself up to quit super early and what you can use to retire on your schedule and nobody else's. First, I took advantage of company-sponsored retirement accounts like the 401k or the Roth IRA. I always had those available to me and I always signed up for those. A couple of my companies matched about 4%, and that's a good average, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but that means your company will match 4% of your contributions. That's free money straight into your traditional 401k if that's available to you at your current employer. So look for that, and if it is, sign up for it. I always had 401ks. I always had Roth IRAs at every place that offered them. I never let those opportunities pass me by. And number 2, I asked for raises whenever I felt that I deserved them. I didn't leave my career to chance. I asked for raises 4 different times and I got them 3 of the 4 times. So you're not always going to get that yes answer, but no doesn't necessarily mean never. It might just mean not right now. But if you approach a raise or a promotion in a very professional way, even if the answer is no, you might give your manager or your boss the impression that you are going to be around for the long term, you care about your career, and you are proactive enough to ask for those raises. And a lot of managers, a lot of bosses will actually respect that, even if they can't grant your wish, at least right then, right when you asked. So consider asking. I know it's nerve-wracking, but sometimes you just have to ask. Number 3, I had a wonderful work ethic. I was in the office by 6 a.m. every single day. I did my job the best I could. I always showed up. My dad always used to tell me that showing up is half the battle, and it really is. The bar is set so low these days. It doesn't take a lot of work. It doesn't take a lot of effort to set yourself apart from your coworkers. So throughout your career, just show up, do the best you can, and even just that is going to set yourself apart. And when those raise cycles come around, when those promotions are up, then you're going to set yourself up to stand a reasonably good chance of getting those promotions because you're there every day and you do your best. Number 4, I switched companies a lot. This is something that you may not have anticipated, but every single time I moved companies, I got a 15 to 20% raise because that's the time when you're negotiating during the whole hiring process. That's the time to boost your salary. That is your perfect opportunity for a built-in raise along with this process of moving companies. I moved 5 times in my 14-year career and I got raises every single time. Now there is a caveat. If you move around too much in the industry, that might not look so good on your resume because your next employer might think that you're only going to be around for a year and a half, 2 years or something and then just bail. So there is such a thing as moving around too much. But in my case, 5 times in 14 years, that worked out pretty well for me. Your industry is going to look different. Your mileage is going to vary. But the key is, if you're not getting what you want at your current employer, look elsewhere, because that's going to give you a good chance of boosting your salary. Number 6, I started my post-retirement career before I actually retired. So before I quit, I started a blog, I started an email list, I got involved on Twitter, I started doing these things that I thought I was going to do after retirement. I started doing those things before retirement while I was working my full-time job. And that really got the process moving, that got the creative juices flowing, and I got into this rhythm, I got into this role that, once that retirement date was set and I finally quit my job and I no longer really was forced to work for the rest of my life, hopefully. I was 35 at the time. I was already in the process. I already felt like I was retired, and it was a very, very smooth transition. So use the resources that you're getting through your 9-to-5 job. Use the stability of your 9-to-5 job to start putting into place what you think you're going to be doing after retirement. And the more of that legwork that you can do while you do have resources, the better prepared you're going to be to shift things around and change things up if you don't think something is going to work. But with that income, you have that flexibility. You might not have that flexibility after you quit your job. So use that paycheck, start putting those pieces into place, and you're going to be better off for it. And number 7, it's similar to number 6, but I started to prioritize my retirement thoughts. I started to really think about what I was going to do after retirement, even at work. Now, this didn't mean that I wasn't doing my job. I still did. I still did the best job that I possibly could, but I would tend to get my work done a little bit faster. So I'm done earlier in the day so I could start thinking about things that I really want to think about. And in my case, it certainly was not my job. It was what I was going to do after my job, getting involved in the personal finance community and writing more on the blog and maybe freelance writing. I really got involved with that early on, even with a full-time job. So I got my work done the best I possibly could, as fast as I could, every single day, and I used the rest of that time to really put these pieces into place to make this transition smooth and to make sure that I hit the ground running after I finally quit. A quick summary: take advantage of the opportunities that there are working a 9-to-5 job. Ask for those raises, ask for those promotions, move around in the industry, because that might be your best shot at getting a raise, and start putting these pieces into place before you quit so you make that transition a little bit easier. You'll be able to mentally process things a little bit better. You'll be more confident the closer you get to that retirement date, and things will probably roll a little bit smoother for you. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, smash that like button. Share this video with somebody who you think might have get some value out of it. Subscribe if you're not, and we will see you next time. Peace.